Welcome to Financial Tip with Amao Babajide Samuel. I'm glad to be your host and anchor on today's program. It's interesting the time where we are in as a nation, and I think it's important for us as individuals to learn from the failure of our economic managers in helping to ensure that we manage our finance very effectively. In our previous episode on financial tips, I've mentioned severally to us the importance of savings. Okay, we need to save for the rainy days. We need to save for the future. When the rainy day comes, you have no option but to draw from your savings in meeting your basic necessities of life. Now, however, it's important that for us as a nation, as individuals, it's important that we are conscious how we draw from our saving, and that's my emphasis or focus for today. Just a few months ago, Nigeria had almost $400 million in its excess crude account. What's the excess crude account? We already have a benchmark price for our crude oil sales. So whenever we generate more revenue, maybe as a result of increment in the price of crude oil sales, or maybe we're able to exceed the set quantity that we are to sell, such money accruing from those excesses are kept in saving in the excess crude account. Now, just because we have badly managed our economy as a nation, we have drawn these excess crude accounts in just few months or weeks from roughly $400 million down to $0. Okay, and the effect that has had is that in the last 2-3 weeks, I'm making this video on the 29th day of July. The last 2-3 weeks, we have had roughly about 20% depreciation in our exchange rate. Okay, we've had galloping inflation, iron production, and I've had situations where the cost of a material that I use for production went from 11,500 per ream to 16,000 naira per ream. That's about 40 or 50% increment in just a period of 2 weeks. Okay, now there is a panicking in the system, and I'm not even sure what is going to happen the next few weeks or the next few months if nothing is consciously done to effectively manage our economy. All right, so that's the problem that comes when a person digs his hand too deep to exhaust whatever it is he or she has in saving. And that is why I want to encourage us as individuals to also learn not to make such a mistake, because when you dig your hand too deep into your savings and you have no saving at all, you become so vulnerable to the challenges that the needs of life will come with. All right, so it's expected. Unfortunately, we live in a country where people don't have a saving culture, but it's expected that as a worker, you must have a saving that is huge enough to survive you for 6 months, provided you lose your job. Okay, many of you will be asking yourself, can I live effectively for a month on my savings if I lose my job and no income is coming the next 30 days? Okay, so if you are not able to do that, then you must begin to cautiously do something about your finance to ensure that you begin to do something about increasing your saving capacity. All right, so if you are saving in such a way that whatever you have saved can hold you for 6 months and income stops flowing in, it will be wrong for you to spend all your saving within 3 months, something that is meant for 6 months or 1 year. What if you are not able to get a new job? What if you are not able to get a new contract, okay, that can bring in income? All right, so my advice for us today, because we are living in a hard time, things are getting more tough and difficult financially in our nation. Of course, no thanks to the Russian-Ukraine war that is actually making life extremely difficult almost everywhere in the world. But you see, when such an external problem meets with a badly managed economy, then we're going to be witnessing this problem that we're having today. Okay, very soon we might be experiencing crazy or hyperinflation in the cost of food items, and that would make life a little bit more difficult. So my advice to people is, you have some few more monies now, please make sure that you stock your store with enough food stuff that could last you for a period of time, because I can assure you that if nothing is done to manage our system, we're going to continue to have a skyrocketing prices of basic commodities in the market in the next 3 months. All right. So please, my encouragement to you today in our financial tip is to learn not to dip your hand too deep into your savings. Okay. Your saving is your guarantee to live a stable life for the next few months. And if you misuse your saving, then there is going to be a problem of you being under depression or you being emotionally imbalanced, because money, you agree with me, is very critical. The lack of it is the beginning of problem in human mind. Thank you for being part of today's financial tip. I would encourage you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Amao Babajide Samuel. Please follow me on Instagram at Babajide Amao, and like my Facebook page, Leadership Discuss with Amao Babajide Samuel. Till we meet in the next episode, please take care of your finances and guard your savings jealously. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.